how concentrated milk is made. That cow's locked in. The lack of punctuation actually makes the sign more accurate. Slow construction ahead. Okay, I never reblog hair, but holy, I would die for this. No, you would die for this. This is the last straw. I feel so old. This made me laugh. This mildly threatening sign in a supermarket. You're next. I'm dying. I was eating an apple. You eat apples a lot? One a day. You're on your own. For someone who's 70% water, you don't look very refreshing. Burn. Water cannot be burned. Evaporate. The sink asked me if I have any games on my phone. Classic pun that I was too young to understand. Hand grenades. Whatever you do, don't yell into this. You'll strain your voice. Lance is an uncommon name nowadays, but in medieval times, people were named Lance a lot. Nothing to see here, folks. Just a very normal Venn diagram. I can't believe I found it. I found a Bitcoin. My little sister just started laughing a lot and then stops, wipes her eyes and goes, "Ah, Leonardo DiCaprio-san. Good night, homie." Same thing. Friendship at its finest. So apparently when two large whales do the thing, there's sometimes this one bro who just sort of holds them up so they don't float off. Nature is beautiful. Third wheeling, third whaling. Pretty sure the birds on the roof are employed by the car wash. 3-minute car wash. What a sumo wrestler would look like if he were a chair. How big is this specific ocean? Can you be more Pacific? I also got arrested. This is amazing. Let me go. Snowman for sale. Needs repairs. $25. That poor couch looks terrified. No matter what your job is, always try and make it interesting. This is how bowling was originally invented. I heard you feel weak, achy, and feverish. The contents of this near impenetrable packaging will help with that. Me. I have an advanced sense of humor. Also me. Penis! I always set 2 alarms. 1 for the person I want to be. 2 for the person I actually am. Coca-Cola Light. Message in a bottle, 21st century edition. Hey, is there anywhere to get beer around here? There is no space bar. Hello, baby. Are you interested in sugar daddy? I have diabetes. Sorry. I want to apologize to everyone for the bad puns. No offense. Do you smoke or drink coffee? I drink it. What if rocks are actually soft, but just tense up when we touch them? How stoned are you right now? Was that a pun? No pets cooking bicycles. I'm trying to make a living. No one. Literally no one. 0 misses 1. There is no one. Walking into Target but having no idea what to get. You will get $5,000. The worst mathematician you know gets the same amount. Me with $15,000. My phone kept continuously playing The Doors. This was the only way to get it to stop. Awesome t-shirt. I would wear this. It's 90 degrees outside. Charmin tweeted, then deleted this spectacular Thor pun. We've always been an Asgardian. Russia coming 15 minutes late to the 1917 revolution holding a Starbucks. 15 minutes late. They clearly weren't Russian. You gotta be careful with girls named Catherine because it could either be spelled like Catherine or Catherine or Catherine, Kachakatring, chicken. Release the chicken. Every triangle is a love triangle. When you love triangles, Pythagoras. They won't publish the book I wrote on Penguin. Why? They said I should have written it on paper. I'm having problems with my hearing. Can you describe the symptoms? Marge has blue hair and Homer is a fat guy. What is going on here? Well, I'm no professional, but it would appear that someone has soiled their pants. It was all fun and games until OCD showed up. I need to hire OCD. Me. 1 slice of the goth lasagna, please. Store clerk. That's a chocolate cake. Second-hand store. I've got to hand it to you. Great buys. Somebody's gonna do a little fishing. This is gold. 1 kilo of gold. Blind date. Sobs. Hey, what's up, Wendy? Pan left. I hope this post isn't offensive to anyone. Mount Rushmore before it was carved. Its natural beauty was unprecedented. She looked at me kind of strangely and finally asked, "Is it okay for monks to use email?" I said, "Of course it's okay for monks to use email, as long as there are no attachments." Okay, but why? Just put a white doormat there. Problem solved. I don't know. This seems pretty great to me. I ran into this lamppost yesterday. Luckily, I only sustained light injuries. This rose-themed bedspread. Did you mean double homicide? Live tweeting my tattoo. Ow! Ouch! Youch! ADD? ADHD? Sign me up for concentration camp now. Sounds like fun. Game dev. I'm going to design puzzles that are innovative and super challenging. The puzzles? 3944. There's no place like Haunts. This isn't just a house, it's a Haunts. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? You okay? Good morning, pupils. Good morning, Miss Iris. You'll never see a cornier joke than this. Sausage link. All 30 sheep are ready, farmer, but I only count 26. I know, I rounded them up. Mr. Peanuts was violently assaulted, but without any witnesses. This may, in a nutshell, be a hard case to crack. This is so gory. Fork, threek, wonk, zironk. I laughed way too hard at this. Man go, man going, man going, man gone. Madagascar, Aladagaskar, Sadagascar, Notagaskar, Madagascar. Happy birthday, Dad. Huh? Titan. What do you call a dog in a submarine? A subwoofer. He looks exhausted. Local vet has got jokes. My horse's name is Mayo. Mayonnaise. Dad, what's the opposite of ladyfingers? The family? No idea. Mentos. Thanks, mailman. You're welcome, female woman. Customer, can you give me a quote? Don't judge a book by its cover. I meant for the car. Oh, sorry. Autobots roll out. When I eat alphabet soup, I only eat the vowels. Why? Sometimes prehistoric things don't explode. I don't know. Dynamite. What they wrote and what they actually meant. Tell me music is a bad career choice one more time. Violins is not the answer, my friend. Incorrectly is the only word that, when spelled correctly, is still spelled incorrectly. Someone asked me to name 2 structures that hold water. I was like, well damn, Tom, you just want a giant tungsten cube. I bought some shoes from a drug dealer. I don't know what he laced them with, but I've been tripping all day. Sometimes you see a pun so artfully constructed, you just have to stand back in awe. Driving instructor. Okay, now you have to turn on the car. Me kisses the steering wheel. Driving instructor. What should we call all physical substance? Pat. Patter. Matt. I have a better idea. Heavy metal music and heavy metal fans. Also heavy metal fans. Probably one of the cooler igloos I've seen. Imperial Stormtrooper. 5'11". Metric Stormtrooper. 180 centimeters. Today my husband insisted we drive half an hour out of our way to see Fork in the Road. These types of memes you followed me for, right? Have you seen my TikTok? It's called a watch. How old are you? Don't be mean. Be median or mode. Damn meth fandom bloggers. Shut up. We have a good range of jokes. Reblogging just cause. This should be a sin. Guys, you're going off tangent. I can't fix without this post. Looks like someone threw caution to the wind. What did the police officer say to his belly? You're under arrest. Give the police humor a rest. What's the difference between curtains and toilet paper? I don't know. So it was you. The difference between a sharply dressed man on a unicycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle? Attire. Listen here. Jamal is not the smartest, but he is strong. A, D, C, B, F, F, C, N, T, J, K, L, M, H, Q, Y, O, R, S, I, V, V, M, A, Y, Z. I think I did this wrong. Pregat, fertile. Pregnant, 1 to 3 months. Pregnant, 4 to 5. Pregonate, 6 to 7. Pregante, 8 to 9. Pregnant, overdue. Growing up poor. Sandwich bread, hot dog bun, hamburger burger bun, garlic bread. People who say no pun intended are cowards. Intend your puns, weaklings. I once entered a pun competition in my local newspaper and it was 1 pun per person. So I made up several fake names and submitted 10 puns total under them because I figured 1 pun out of 10 stood a chance of winning. Unfortunately, no pun intended. Me. I need to buy a train ticket. Window or aisle? Yo, what? I usually sit on the computer 12 hours a day. Is that bad? That can't be comfortable. Try a chair. What mouse walks on 2 legs? Mickey. Okay, what duck walks on 2 legs? Donald? No, all of them. This is the last time you make a fool of me in my own house. This is my step ladder. I never knew my real ladder. This is getting out of hand. Or you can pick some of them up. Engineer? Jafar. Can't afford 20-inch rims? No problem. Can you replace the spray when you run out? If you run out of pepper spray, you need to move to a different neighborhood. A pun enters a room. Kills 10 people. Pun in, 10 dead. I didn't understand it until I read it out loud. I hate you so much. Would have been lost forever without this comment. Your Tupperware for the rest of its lifetime after you filled it with tomato sauce. It's a gun. It's a gun. It's a gun. It's a taser. Shark skin viewed under a microscope. What do you call a Spanish guy being discharged from hospital? Manuel. Missing dog. If anyone sees her, let us know. I'm finding this funnier than it actually is. Stone. Stew. Struggling for a pun today, so you'll have to put up with this one-liner. Can you get Sarah a present today? She's expecting a baby. Sure. You have a weird taste in gift. I said to him, when you visit my mum in hospital, you should take her flowers. And I did exactly that. You waited till she wasn't looking, then you took her flowers. Mentally ill people be like, what did the ocean say to the other ocean? See you later. Nothing. They just waved. Did you see what I did there? Sure. See what I did there? Stop being a beach and stealing my jokes. What are you saying? Absolutely zero chance as a horse drew this carriage. Well, they are good artists. Man to divorce his wife after she smid glue on his firearms. He told the reporters, she denied it, but I'm sticking to my guns. This is my New Year's resolution. Just got myself a pet termite and named him Clint. Clint eats wood. Do you know where I can get a toupee? Not off the top of my head. I work at an accounting firm and my team had a little Halloween lunch today. I came as a net profit. I'm crying. I won a prize. The last thing you Google is what kills you. How do you die? Italian restaurants near me. Oh god, it's the mafia. Pasta la vista. pasta. Guys, perfect timing. I'm hungry. Maybe you should check the fridge. I'm rushing to the kitchen. Is there any turkey? We have some, but it's covered with a layer of grease. Ugh, there is no way you can eat that. Please finish this. But I'm having a good time. Don't worry, kids. I'll be back in a jiff. Not in a jiff! To the person who stole my Microsoft Office license, I'm gonna find you. You have my word. Any idea how my house burned down? Fireworks. Yeah, I guess it does. You meet a man on the Oregon Trail. He tells you his name is Terry. You laugh and tell him, that's a girl's name. Terry shoots you. You have died of dysentery. How did you make me read this with my own eyes? John Sebastian back and Johann Sebastian front. Pull over. No, it's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing. Yes, I have a daughter. That's cool. What's it like having a mini you? It's pretty awesome. Have you taught her any tricks yet? What? She's not a dog. How old is she? 3. It's not too late. Did I have something important to tell you? What's that? I'm all ears. Never mind. When you make fun of a Tesla Cybertruck, this is who you're making fun of. This was shared as a bad joke, but I was charmed by it. I think I've been thinking about it for days. It seems to be misspelled on the menu, but I will have 4 of your moose. Orca at the next table. They serve moose here? Moose at the next table. No, they don't. I've been waiting here for an hour. I bet you couldn't make a sentence without a. You thought you just did something here, didn't you? Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but numerous sentences could be constructed without employing the first letter of the English lexicon. Blind date. Her. I'm a big country fan. Me, trying to impress her. China is very large. The first guy to make money must have been like, oh, wait, what? You can make money from this? Micro hard, micro soft. No one. Italians when they get sick. The wedding is beautiful. Even the cake is in tears. When you're casually talking and you accidentally rhyme. Rapper. Biologist finds beached whale. Is it a new species? What do we call it? Surfer walks by. Yo, kill a whale, bro. Me. Is this bird cage made out of nickel? Pet store. Aluminium, I think. So there's no nickel in this cage. Don't you dare. It's a Nicholas Cage. Get out. Child. Dad, what's a forklift? Dad, food, usually. There's a type of person who will take only 1 slice of pizza in case there isn't enough for everyone. And the type who will take all 3 slices for the same reason. Me, looking for the will to clean the house. Every goth girl's hair be like, Mum, why is Dad bald? Because he is smart. Then why do you have so much hair? Shut up and eat. Turtle plus cat equals catdirdle. Me adding the with all due respect to a statement with 2 respect. Devil's first day on the job. Human. So I get anything I want? Yes. And all you want is my shoe? Just the bottom part, but yes. I told my dad to chill and he said, I am chilled. And I said, I thought you were dad. I dad joked my dad. I am the revolution. Hello revolution, I'm dad. A bitter defeat. It was 2 a.m. and I suddenly remembered this post. Ella, this gets me every year. June's over. Julying. You have to be Julying. There is no escape. Let's all lose control. But don't worry, I left the window open. If I was a color, I'd be yellow. Wait, no, you should be pink. How embarrassing. I've never seen such a mismanaged desktop. I think we can see them Googling how to stop sharing my screen on a skyscraper. Can't believe they leaked Shinji's entire genetic sequence. Someone could theoretically create him in real life now. Well, that's just grand. Did you just? Ha ha ha, it's tiny legs. Why you laughing? Why don't be so mean? I have no reason to live. When he tells you you're too old to play with Lego, I'm infuriated. Normalize wearing a teacup holster so you can chuck a teacup at anyone you want. I'm super sad. Head, shoulders, bees and toes. Bees and toes, bees and toes. You're such a bagel. The word bagel is Old English for butt bread. Why is Ewan McGregor saying that in front of a waterfall? Why not? My mom just got out of her birth certificate and found out she's been spelling her name wrong for 49 years. When I was 12, Mum found my birth certificate, and we found out that I was born on an entirely different day than what we thought. Is that Doug Dimmadome, owner of Dimsdale Dimmadome? I think that is Doug Dimmadome. I'm so dimmadone. How's life? Very hard. This is why I shouldn't be let outside. Punk, 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 punk. I told my students I was bringing them brownies today. They were not amused. My brother's new shirt. Meanwhile in Canada, an 80-year-old man was pulled over in Ontario today for driving a moving snowbank. Can I help, sir? Just leave me alone. Fine, see yourself. Such a sick photo. Imagine how disappointed you'd be if you went to Blackpool based on this picture. I'm going to hire the same landscaper I had last year. He was real easy to get along with. Spring is here. I'm so excited I wet my plants. My dream. When I retire with my savings, living on a small island somewhere. Whoever they are, they're confident the airbag will never be deployed. I would say no. Can fish microwave soup? 6:30 is the best time of the day. Hands down. down. This is Cerberus. They're picking out a new squeaky toy. Even guardians of the underworld deserve a little treat. This poor creature hit an iceberg. What happens next remains to be seen. Let us pray. My bacon was a little chewy. I have an eating disorder. I'm about to eat disorder of fries, disorder of wings, and disorder of nuggets. My friend paid $228 for 2 Red Hot Chili Peppers tickets. I got these in the mail instead. The Red Hot Chili Pipers. I am normal. I can be trusted not to make too much pasta. They'll never believe me. Laughed way too hard at this. Pringle. Someone dropped their eyelash. Must have been a giant. Nobody. Bears without the Second Amendment. 5 feet deep. Tall or deep? Maybe we're all just 5 feet something deep. With great power comes great responsibility. Huge electricity bill. Hey dad, I have a pun for you. Oh, what is it? It's like a joke where you play with words. I just got Leslie Nielsen by my own child. I'm not old enough. IKEA just dropped off our snowman. A new element has been discovered. Ah, the element of surprise. This could be us, but you always keep your windows locked. Yeah, just unlock them. Tried to drive it, but it wouldn't start. Can anyone recommend a better way of clearing a windscreen? I used my discount card, but could only get 20% off. A horse walks into a bar. The bartender asks, why the long face? The horse, not being able to comprehend human language, promptly poops on the floor and leaves. The peanut-free kid after I pee on his nuts. Why couldn't the green pepper practice archery? Because it didn't have an arrow. I had an effective day at work. Totally excelled myself. Might as well stay and have one more. I was going to bite my head off anyway. What gender pronouns are you supposed to use for chocolate bars? Her, she. Why doesn't this have more likes? I know, right? This pun was pretty sweet. Turquoise is the best color in the world. It's scientifically proven. You didn't. Color puns. I read it on the internet. You either get it or you don't. Badamts. I named my file he. Then the laptop said, the printer couldn't print. He. When the doctor says you need to watch your drinking. A tennis court on the top of a Dubai tower. It takes a lot of balls to play tennis on that. Barber, what do you want? Him? Just a plain cut. Say no more. Please do not season the birds. I tried all 41 items at Olive Garden. Bro got Olive Garden. Finally, I'm in a relationship. Looks pretty stable as well. Nice. Here's a question for all the mind readers out there. So what do you guys think of that question, huh? Let me know in the comments. 5 ants plus 5 ants equals 10 ants. Bringing ants to your country from another country equals important. Sick wife asks husband to make her plain toast. Best museum ever. Museum of Fire. So you're not a Terminator anymore? Negative, I'm retired. Now I kill bugs. I am an ex-Terminator. A person from Iceland is Icelandic. So a person from Thailand is Thailandic. No, a person from Thailand is Thai. So a person from England is Ing. No, England, English. So Switzerland, Switzerlish? No! Switzerland is Swiss. Screw you and your language. I showed the damaged remains of my luggage to my lawyer and said, I want to sue the airline. You don't have much of a case, he replied. If I got $1 every time someone told me to name my future kid Batmo, I'd almost have enough to pay for therapy for a kid named Batmo. You have to. Your second name is Bill. Me. Fill her up, please. Gas station attendant. Fill it all the way up? Yes, sir. I want a full tank. I have no words. Lobster. Lobster. When you think you've had it rough, remember this guy. Dr. Wet Farts. He definitely got bullied. Ed has no girlfriend because she ran away. Hexagon. Heptagon. Octagon. Never gonna give you up. I'd wear these periodically. Nah. Finally got a Nintendo Switch. If Thor was a writer, he'd be an author. Fireman. Waterman. Waterman seems cool. I think you'll get paid more being a fireman though. Legally at least. Clever designs that just make sense. Divorce lawyer business card. This brings back so many memories. When your boss keeps telling you to stop using your phone during work. I can't believe that in this day and age, people are still wearing fur. I think I need to see a doctor. My stools are black. Hey guys, what do you call when worms take over the world? Global warming. Startup idea. Ice cream cones shaped like chips, so you can eat ice cream like nachos. Reporter wears grape costume to defend boy suspended for banana suit. Did your parents go bananas when you got suspended? Yeah, and it really hurt my peelings. Well, I guess I got to split now. You gave a grape interview. I wanted to post a joke about sodium, but I was like, nah, people won't understand it. Post it anyway. Most people are smarter than you think and will probably understand it. Buying houseplants. Hey, wanna come back to my place and die? End letter from the logo at Nintendo's Kyoto HQ is gone due to yesterday's typhoon. Never invest in funerals. Dad, stop. It's a dying industry. Dad, please stop. A dying industry. industry, Carl. This is how things look when I'm home alone. I've been laughing at this biology joke for 10 minutes now. What did the cell say when his sister stepped on his foot? Mitosis. The perfect truck doesn't exist. I hired a kid to paint my porch. When he came back to get paid, he said, by the way, that was a BMW, not a Porsche. When Eminem said, I have to be stomped by 40 men to suffer a defeat. 40 men equals 8 feet, equals a defeat. The Joker has finally found his ultimate weapon, Batman Eraser. In Athens, no one wakes up before noon. Why is that? Dawn is tough on Greece. Say what you will, but at least he took his political stand. This is what a human hand looks like under the microscope. Hold on, let me get my jutes. How does Mr. Miyagi eat his baby bell? Jack it on or jack it off? When I say I'm functional, this is what I mean. I too dabble in essential oils. Today I learned that the Swedish word for speed is fart. I am fart. One of the best plates I've ever seen. Dora the Explorer. How do farmers party? They turnip the beets. Keanu is a homeless man. Keanu needs. Keanu recently got a lung transplant. Keanu breeds. Keanu is your favorite librarian. Keanu reads. I let my intrusive thoughts win and got a tattoo. Me, if I let my intrusive thoughts win. This guy used a lifeline for this. Equal to roughly 746 watts. What animal-based unit is used to measure the rate at which work is done? Horsepower. Llama thrust. Donkey strength. Zebra force. Slaps roof of car. This baby has the thrust of 340 llamas under the hood. So you got that tree percent tint. Dentist. Open up, please. Me. Sometimes I get sad. Okay, close. My sister was very excited to take this picture in traffic today. It is a sunroof. Nintendo Wii. A sweet parody. Sour Patch Kids? Nope. Sewer Patch. I used to love these. My melons needed some support. They wanted emotional support. You hate speeding tickets. Raise your right foot. We're breaking up. I can hear you fine. Okay, good. So about that breakup. 1989. It's amazing to think what great and exciting things people will start doing with PCs in 30 years. Now, Keanu leaves. Still the greatest movie review ever. So The Silence of Lambs. 1 star. Misleading. Not a single lamb. Hey, bug on my back. Are you a mite? I might be. Stupidest pun I've ever heard. What do you expect? I just made it up on the fly. How do you explain this 4-year gap in your resume? That's when I went to Yale. That's impressive. You're hired. Thanks. I really need this job. And tolerant. I just went to the Oreo website and hit accept all cookies. And now we wait. What's wrong, babe? You've barely touched your sushi. Lincoln Park Zoo names baby camel Alexander Camilton. Me. I'm afraid of the Backstreet Boys. Therapist. Tell me why. Me. The plural of octopus is octopi. Just had a policeman knock on my door saying he was looking for a man with one eye. I told him to use both as he'd probably find him a lot quicker. I wish I could clean mirrors for a living. It's just something I could see myself doing. How did you find your steak, sir? I just looked next to the potatoes and it was there. Out here making fresh ground coffee. Good cop. He won't talk except in sign language. Bad cop. I just cut off his left hand. Bad pun cop. He still has the right to remain silent. I hate bad pun cop the most. I grilled a chicken for 2 hours. It still wouldn't tell me why it crossed the road. Your helmet may be great, but my helmet is certainly greater. 2-pack of M&Ms for 50 cents. That's ludicrous. Ain't no biggie though. Don't fart in an Apple store. Why? They don't have windows. It was a big mistake challenging death to a pillow fight. I was not prepared for the repercussions. AI can never fully replace humans. Why? Because no algorithm can match the art of procrastination. Hi, I'm Carol. Me too. I'm also Carol. Really? Me too. My name's Carol. Sweet Caroline. Bah, bah, bah. Ew, there's a creep watching me in the bushes. It's pronounced crepe. If you wear cowboy clothes, are you ranch dressing? Have you tried blindfolded archery? You don't know what you're missing. I think I'll never know. Just seen these in Aldi. Adidas? No, Aldidas. How is this allowed? I thought about buying this shirt, but the design is a little plain. What exactly do celebrities inject into their faces? Collagen. I never wanted to believe that my dad was stealing from his job as a road worker, but when I got home, all the signs were there. What you're looking for is already inside of you. Empty? Maybe. You can fill it up though. Bilingual my butt. You're either heterolingual or homolingual. You're not bilingual, you're confused. Stop being greedy. It's just a phase. You'll meet a nice language and settle down. It's bad enough I have to deal with my boyfriend's terrible puns. I caught a centipede. 99 more and I'll have a dollarpede. Successfully deleted. Imagine a cereal so bad that 2 scoops of raisins made it better. I don't really mind raisins with other stuff other than cookies. Happy Valentine's Day. Here's some flowers and a card. Plain wholemeal flour. Ace. Board game. Are you bored? Play Monotony. It's better than Monopoly. Jesus Christ, would you look at the time? I don't need to, Jesus's. What's the time, Jesus? Snake. Hiss. Feminist snake. Arr. Pirate snake. Ah. A new fragrance for introverts. Leave me the fuck. What are the first 3 vowels? A, E, I. The next 2? O, U. Spaceship design. When building a spaceship, the tiniest details are crucial. For example, this spaceship may be flawed because it has a giant hole in the side, but it's still in space, so it can't be that flawed. Vlad the Impaler. These unfortunate buffaloes can't fly anymore because people keep eating their wings. Be careful where you shop online. We ordered a German Shepherd and now this guy lives with us. Are the results ready yet? You asked 5 minutes ago. Be a little patient. But I'm a big doctor. Me, smiles. Teacher, why are you smiling? Nothing. Me in my head. Lemonade grenade. There's a monster under my bed. Can I sleep in your room? Look, it's you he's after. Why are you making him my problem too? Mechanic Angelo. Anyone else's dad just stand there, like the standing emoji while watching sports. First day as a vet. Me. What seems to be the problem? Cat. Meow. Yes, but where? Royal flush. The only thing stopping cheesecake from being a breakfast food is you. It's said to not open with a sharp instrument, so I used a B-flat tin whistle. Thunderous applause. If you get the joke, we can be friends. Only if you've watched Dragon Ball. When I was born, I was so mad at my parents. I didn't talk to them for 2 years. Her. How awesome is this? Him. Turtley? Seriously? This calls for a celebration. Okay, just go. Thanks for the iPad, Grandma. iPad. Not that iPad, Grandma. I'm coming over. Will you be long? Yup. Someone left a number 2 on the bathroom floor at work. My dad used to wash the car with me. I bet you were glad when he finally got a sponge. How a normal person dies and how a programmer dies. Ever happened to you? Snack accident. When you eat all the snacks by accident. Little known fact. Before Thing was an actor, he was a stagehand. Macaulay Culkin. Hello, 911. Hello, what's your emergency? These men won't stop laughing. Okay, yeah, that's annoying, but not really a crime. What is man's laughter then? Bud Lightyear. Okay, this is a quality meme. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Aw, glad he did. He needs a break. People are usually shocked when they find out I'm not a very good electrician. Music make you lose control. Madagascar, Gladagasker, Sadagasker, Outagasker. So much negativity online, so I figured I would share a positive post. Me. Honey, it's really muggy out today. Wife, if I go outside and all our mugs are on the front lawn, I'm leaving you. Sips coffee from bowl. My wife asked me, why do you always order Subway for lunch? And I don't make a pun. I simply replied, it's the substantial way to save some dough. I'll be sleeping on the couch tonight. What are we? What the hell is that? One night stand. The optimal honk angle achieved. Dost thou carry a concealed blade, or doth my semblance excite thee? Before graduation and after graduation. Star Wars Episode 8. Luke needs a walker. I can't get my lid off. Nothing beautiful without struggle. Plato's Republic. Hello, I'm looking for human resources. Yet, you're looking for HR. This is HR. Oh god. My 13-year-old daughter wants a nose ring for Christmas. I can hardly contain my excitement. Bark, 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 bark. I can't believe we haven't come up with a new sound yet. Perhaps it's time to think outside the box. Wait, I'm a talking tree, and you will die a luck. How much does a roof cost? Nothing. It's on the house. It costs the house. Wood present, wood gone. Or present, or gone. It's a me, patio. Computer. Choose a password. Me. Hi-hat. Computer. Password cannot contain symbols. I've started investing in stocks. First chicken, then beef, and now vegetable. I know it's risky, but I know one day it'll pay off and I'll be a billionaire. You don't have to put it on the red light. Rock sand. Do British websites use biscuits? Yes, tea and biscuits. If symbols could think. Julius Caesar pencil holder. Needs a bit more holes. My mum just told me to cremate her and put her ashes in an hourglass so that even after she's dead and gone, she can continue telling me how much time I'm wasting on this site. Dang. So you both get burned in the end? You did not. You just... How dare you speak of my mother in that tone of pun? I'm presuming the people who live here make excellent milkshakes. Open up. Now. Missed voice call. What? It all started when I was 6. Open the door. Not trauma dump. I googled curiosity killed the cat and I was not disappointed. What does what you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? I'm just asking a question. Just fell asleep at the beach and woke up with this hideous tan line. I guess they're not reindeer. Reindeer, deer, they're still cute. My dad thinks he's so funny. You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth caramel. What generation does Forrest Gump belong to? What? Gen A. I don't get it. I couldn't wait to show you this amazing grainy image. How many puns are you gonna fit into a sentence? Original image. Cropped image. Do you want to go out after this drink? I have a boyfriend. Okay, but I need to close the bar. Are you currently seeing anyone? No. I'm right here. You must be blind as hell. I said to him, when you visit visit my mum in hospital, you should take her flowers. And I did exactly that. You waited till she wasn't looking, then you took her flowers. I eat salads because you can't just drink ranch dressing. When me and my friends hang out, extremely slow children playing. Cargo space. Car no do that. Cargo road. You need high math knowledge to understand this. I found treasure, $10,000. Wait, what? How do you measure how heavy a red hot chili pepper is? Give it away, and give it away now. Also, like 10 to 15 years from now, I hope someone makes one of those inspirational sports movies. Except it's a 50-year-old woman who wants to play competitive online games, and everyone tells her she can't because she's too old. Her reflexes are too slow, etc. And she gets this grizzled trainer, except they're a 19-year-old kid who had a promised career until carpal tunnel syndrome ruined their chances of becoming the world champion, so they train her, and she wins. The end. Movie of the year. The Grandmaster. You're both hired. Seymour. If you watched The Simpsons, you know. Seymour. That's crazy. Hey. Balloon, tack, pop? Oh, pop the balloon. Oh, I get it. You know pop the balloon videos, dating videos? Why did I understand that? What's a pirate's favorite letter? A writ of safe passage from His Majesty, King Charles II of England. Didn't this guy get killed by, like, second death? Oh, he died of his... Oh, wrong king. He died of his stroke. Wait, no. He died of getting beheaded. Yeah, he was overthrown. Wait, is this the same dude? No, it isn't. I don't know. That's Charles, I think. I twisted my ankle yesterday, so today my... I don't know. Armadillo? Armadillo? That's a dinosaur, not an armadillo. Bigfoot caught on tape. 91k views just for a Bigfoot? Maybe I should create a new channel. Jokes aside, though, I am thinking about doing a gaming channel. Another channel just on the side. What do you guys think? If you would be interested in watching that type of stuff, subscribe to my other channel. It's just Baz. It will be in the pinned comment or the description. But when I do post, the first video is going to be a banger, okay? I gotta start off with a banger. My first time coloring my hair. I sure hope I did it right. Did you guys know that bike is short for bicycle? I want my firstborn to be a male child. Keep us posted. Sprayed my car with rust remover. A few of these bad boys and suddenly you're on a whole new level. Look what happens when you cut down too many trees. A modern cruise ship compared to the Titanic. Nemo and emo. Photoshop was developed in 1987. People before 1987? Is that a jouch? Yes, a jouch. Decorated the pantry with a pantry. What in the name of live, laugh, love is going on here? This fly landed here and started telling jokes. I wanted him to stop, but he was on a roll. If my name was Jeff, I would always be saying things like Jeffinitely or I Jeffed up. The spider infestation problem is mostly resolved. Better than keep out. This door is alarmed. What startled it? Me reading this meme. Sorry. Software developer. This seems to be having everyone in stitches. This is one tired elephant. Computer. Choose a password. Hi-hat. Password cannot contain symbols. When someone asks how much money I have in the bank, none. Normal cone. Silicone. Thought of the day. Why are hallways in psychiatric hospitals called hallways? Shouldn't they be called psychopaths? Mr. Miyagi deciding on how to eat his Baby Bell cheese. Jacket on or jacket off. Blind student crying. People keep making fun of my blindness. Oh, I see. Bro, he did not see that coming. A tree fell on my fence, making the best of it while I negotiate the repair. He knew that from this moment forward, she'd be the center of his universe. I knew you read what I read. That's why we're friends. Pear nose broken. Please use finger. Can February march? No, but April, May. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the Tacticat. Just wanted to let everyone know I'm going through a lot right now. My teacher said I would never be good at poetry due to my dyslexia, but look what I just made. Yo bro, where did you go? On my way to the genderless bathroom. What? Why? Because I'm gonna take a she-it. Eye doctor. Your results just came back. Can I see them? Probably not. The bird flu? Yeah, they tend to do that. I'm a cashew. No, you walnut. To the person who stole my glasses, I will find you. I have contacts. Can you call me a taxi at 7 a.m. tomorrow? Okay. Thanks, Dad. You're a taxi. This dude was born to be a taxi driver. Pick up and drop off. And he's got a 100% satisfaction rate with 2,000 deliveries. What are your dog's names? Calvin and Klein. Isn't that a brand of underwear? Exactly. They're boxers. My boss said, dress for the job you want, not for the job you have. So I went in as Batman when relationships haven't been working out for you. How to date buildings. I'm building sexual. Mario, I haven't heard that name in a long time. Do me a favor and never text me again. Nicolas Cage. Tell me something I don't know. The past tense of William Shakespeare would be, widow was Shakespeared. My phone kept continuously playing The Doors. This was the only way to get it to stop. Wanna know how I got these scars? Chilly outside today. Even though there's no snow, it was still chilly. Really? Don't buy the cheap crayons. A dog wiener. This red dot is the location of the most head-on fish collisions in the world. It's a region of the Atlantic where US waters meet UK waters, and British fish are still swimming on the wrong side of the American water. Another one bites the dust. This truck is decked out. The food here is amazing. Yeah, but there's no atmosphere. Ran out of eye drops. Good thing I found more. Gorilla Glue is great. I used it with my girlfriend. Now we're inseparable. Her. What are you laughing at? Me. Nothing. Tom Holland. And that's why what? I rest my case. Find God. Will you go out with me? I'm willing to give it a shot. Shit, that's lit. Never mind. Alzheimer's symptoms. Wait, what? Did I really search this before? Did you know that the word potato is the only word that starts with a P and ends with potato? What about per potato? It's a budding business. Just remember to stay hydrated. Girl Scout sells cookies in front of a drug shop. She sold 117 boxes in 2 hours. Just saw this and it was a great way to, not today cat, not today. When you ask a cardiac nurse to hang the Christmas garland. I fell off a 50-foot ladder this morning. Dad, are you okay? Yeah, thankfully I was on the first step. I learned from the mistakes of people who took my advice. Wait, what happened? I thought I was cured. I'm sorry, child. Your parents didn't pay the bill. You've been repossessed. People out here living their lives, but no one is addressing the fact that there is a D in fridge, but not refrigerator. Never fight dinosaurs. You will get your ass kicked. Me, what do you think about my new belt? What an incredible waste of time. Posts were removed because someone took offense. What's the matter, babe? You've hardly touched your grilled salmon. Lyrics to Macarena. I was supposed to draw a male cow, but I drew it as a female instead. I made a mistake. Buying these oven gloves so that I can say, I made this with my bare hands. Two can play this game. I almost forgot my briefcase. It contains important lab results. Season's greetings. Hello. God damn it. My grandpa died yesterday. What the hell? Man, that sucks. Friend, why are you laughing? Nothing. Peaky blenders. Just had my shell removed. How do you feel? Sluggish. When was helium discovered? 1868. 1867. Down. Scott Brownie is right next to a sign which says Scott's head. The real face of Jesus, according to forensic experts. They nailed him. You're cute and all, but the A not being capitalized in your name is bothering me. I think that's a problem though. I'm all for lowercase letters. I respect that, but keep in mind, capitalization is the difference between helping your uncle jack off a horse and helping your uncle excuse me, what? Give me coffee to change the things I can, and wine to accept those that I cannot. The top 12 states to live in. Alaska. This morning, our officers stopped a doe for toll evasion on the Bay Bridge. She said she usually pays it, but today she was a buck short. Me, you gotta help me. I'm cursed. Mario, take out this six-sided shape. How will this help? Hexagon. I'm going to start doing lunges to stay in shape. That would be a big step forward for me. Painted my chicken coop. Egg production tripled in only 3 days. A truck loaded with thousands of copies of Roget's Theosaurus crashed yesterday, losing its entire load. Witnesses were stunned, startled, aghast, taken aback. Okay, I'm not doing all of that. Window or aisle? Window or your what? Got in a hailstorm in Italy. Now my car is al dente. Rip George Foreman. You may think this is a corner of lettuce, but it's really just the tip of the iceberg. I'm a minor. My son who was in 3rd grade drew this in art class for me today. I mean, how fast was that kid going? Crocodiles use many forms of camouflage. For instance, these jazz hands are used to lure musical theater people to their doom. Are you stupid? No, why? Because there is always a you in stupid. Well, there's an I in stupid too. Wait, no. Babe, what's wrong? You've barely touched your feet loaf. I don't like feet loaf. I never did. Beans, but they denim. Call that jeans. What you see? Will you go out with me? What colorblind people see? They see the same thing, but they don't see red. They're always getting left undelivered. I really like your forearms. Thanks, but I only have 2 arms. Me, I'm opening a kissing booth where you can have one last kiss with someone you used to date. Friend, don't do this. I'm calling it. Stop. Great expectations. I invented a thought-controlled air freshener. That's ridiculous. It makes sense when you think about it. If I die choking on a gummy bear, tell everyone I was killed by a bear and say no more. Tell them it was a tough fight. The bear died as well. It died with me. Elon Musk. This is a Harry Potter. Yes, Drew. Please use the word harassment in a sentence. I loved my girlfriend and her ass meant a lot to me. So I was in the shop and saw a man throwing milk and cheese about. I looked at him and thought, how dare he? How did you find your steak, sir? I just looked to the next potatoes and there it was. You're a gullible person, Harry. Hamoud backwards is Hamoud. No, it's Duma. Duma pee-pee fit in your dies. When I was young, I was scared of the dark. Now when I see my electric bill, I am scared of the lights. If you want to know the secret to playing a musical instrument well, stay tuned. Waiting for the new movie Constipated, it still hasn't come out yet. Damn it, Jenny. No one wants your number. The blue areas are where people were kung fu fighting, based on a study done by Carl Douglas in 1974. Death Star Pro Max. Electrician wanted. Experience required this time. Police office. Step out the vehicle. It's 94 degrees. You get in and tell me the problem in the AC. It will only happen once. I had to stop and take a picture. It says bulbs. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, curling me softly with his tongs. Smile, Europeans. It's a kilometer. So what? We're not going to talk about the yellow fonts in the room? Dad, why is that book so thick? It's a long story. A man just fell off the roof of a nightclub. Who was it? All I know is he wasn't a bouncer. Whoever told me to leave my car at the pub and take the bus home? Well, it turns out I was in no shape to drive it either. God, you're a cuttlefish. Yay, I love hugs. That's not what I meant. Oh, you have 8 arms and 2 tentacles. For hugs? No, not for hugs. Oh, also, you're venomous. Danger hugs! Taxi. Hang on, I gotta go take a leak first. Babe, look what I bought. What is this? It's a pen. Are you an expert in English? Yeah, then answer this question. Okay. A mother beats up her daughter because she was drunk. Tell me, who was drunk? She. Okay, Steve, this is a standard procedure. Try not to get aroused. My name is Paul. I know, I'm Steve. I was talking to myself out loud. Expert marriage tip. On your day off, bring your wife breakfast in bed. This lets her know it's time for her to make your breakfast. And to make your grave. If anyone wakes me up, I just get so annoyed. Especially if I'm in deep sleep. Are you stuck? No, officer. I'm delivering a bridge. I accidentally googled Ham Solo instead of Han Solo. I was not disappointed. It's a Nintendo Switch. Not even Nintendo Switch 2. Lady just asked me what mansplaining is. I think it's a trap. We've been staring at each other in silence for half an hour. What do you call a magic dog? A labracabrador. Not all construction work is equally enjoyable. For example, enlarging a drilled hole is boring, but fastening pieces of metal together is riveting. Me, trying to learn from my mistakes. A lot of these keep out signs or do not trespass, they should just start lying and say, keep out, there is a dangerous snake or something. Just lie. Lost tarantula in here, or tarantula farm. The struggles of having a dad bod. We aren't just a piece of meat. Hey, my eyes are up here. You have the right to a lawyer. If you cannot afford one, you can always post your case on Facebook and wait for all the know-it-alls to offer advice. German Wi-Fi is the worst. Do we have any Germans watching this video? Guten Tag, guten Morgen. Oh look, an air guitar. So what do they do with the rest of the mole? When your hummus cracks a joke and you just think, classic hummus. I have a problem in my right ear. Are you sure? Yes, I'm definite. Adult peer pressure is seeing your neighbor mow his lawn. How are those wild turkeys playing percussion? They must have drumsticks. Just another maniac Monday. You can do it, low bridge. No, you can't. Irony is getting pregnant on a pull-out couch. The other day, my wife asked me to pass her lipstick, but I accidentally passed her a glue stick. She still isn't talking to me. I showed the damaged remains of my luggage to my lawyer and said, I want to see the airline. You don't have much of a case, he replied. Come outside. I will not come outside. No. What the hell is this pile of clothes doing on the floor? I struck down a Jedi. God, I hate you. Yes, use your hate. Ego and super ego walked into a bar. Bartender, I'm gonna need to see ID. I bought a vinyl record yesterday called Sounds Wasps Make. When I got home and played it, I said to myself, this doesn't sound anything like wasps. Then I realized I was playing the B-side. I learned from the mistakes of people who took my advice. I got an A on my origami assignment. When I turned my paper into my teacher, I can cut a log in half just by looking at it. That's impossible. I know it's hard to believe, but I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I'm fine letting other people dot my I's, but crossing my T's, that's where I draw the line. Harold definitely needs glasses. Look at him. He's talking to a tape dispenser. I'd love to go back in time and blow people's minds with my incredible knowledge. But how do you make this electricity? I don't know. I didn't bring anything from the future. I know nothing. As much as Pooh missed Piglet, he really did enjoy that pulled pork sandwich. So the Slayer, yeah, that's me. We thought you were a myth. Well, you were myth taken. When you die, what part dies last? Pupils, they dilate. Beef jerky is just cow reason. Change my mind. How I'm showing up on Valentine's Day. Let me get a pizza that butt. Can't today, I'm swamped. Finland has the worst, most unfortunately named bread. Juicy Waiter, my soup appears to have an animal inside it. Yeah, it's an eel. Eels don't look like that on Earth. Well, this is a marsupial. Carpenter ants are just like regular extracurricular ends, except rainy days and Mondays get them down. Believed to be the world's first air fryer. Colorize. Jesus' brother, Brian Christ, turns water into cold cores light. Life is getting stressful, so I had to let go. Okay, so iced tea and ice cube, but I'm confused about Whitney Houston. Ladies, mansplaining is short for man explaining. When your owner calls you by your full name. Cat Thew. What? If this is a pair of pliers, then what the hell is this? A pair. Woody Allen. Normal people when confused. Spanish people when confused. When I retire, I will have a little house on a lakeside. How do we know that Mike Tyson is very religious? He punches people in the faith. What do you wish to accomplish by the end of your career? I want to remove all the cancers from the earth. Very impressive. Thank you. After that, I will move on to Capricorns. What do you use to get your car that shiny? Is it Polish or Polish? Oh, sorry. I can't speak Polish. I can't even read Polish. I found him. Never knew Montel Jordan wrote this song about this guy. I own a bakery and a lady phoned me up wanting a cake with "I suck Cox" written on it. I thought it was weird, but I made it anyway. Miss Cox was livid when I delivered it. So was her son, Isaac. Officer, the victims were dismembered and sacrificed on an altar made of antlers. Dear God. Most likely. I hate making spelling errors. You mix up 2 letters and your whole point is when a boater thinks he hit a log, but it was just a kayaker. Whew, this is like me driving when I think I hit a car, but it's just a cyclist. I can't even drive. I'm gonna get my license this year, okay? See? To prove I'm not some boring house dad, I got a tattoo. Oh, cool. It's my thermos from work. Well, the line of work is certainly don't touch the thermostat. Blondie roundabout, one way or another. I'm gonna find ya. I'm gonna get you. This song's a throwback.